make sure that our children have a great country they can grow up in. You know, being born and raised here in San Antonio, Texas, I've been in this district for over 40 years. You know, I can tell you that having a home field advantage is an advantage. And having fought those fights that we fought years before we were involved in this, whether it was fighting the liberals at City Hall when they were trying to put men in women's bathrooms, when it was fighting to protect the right for our vote, for people not to steal our votes. You know, we brought Project Veritas into San Antonio to help get the lady arrested that made national news for voter fraud right here in San Antonio, Texas. And that's not something that was easy. I didn't do it by myself. We had a team of people that came around us, but we knew where to go to find it. And just like knowing where to go to find it, you know, winning isn't luck, it's knowing how to fight. And when we go to Congress, I know how to fight. I know how to fight, I know how to win, I know how to make sure that we are making sure that those executive orders that President Trump has put in place, that we get a lot of those signed into law. I know when Jasmine Crockett and Chuck Schumer try to come over here to try to tell me to do something different, I know how to go after them without them being able to call me a racist. You see, there's a fight that's going on for the soul of our country. And just like, you know, being one of the Turning Point USA faith pastors, you know, one of the reasons we didn't announce earlier is because of the tragedy that happened with Charlie Kirk. I was meeting right here at this restaurant just about 5 days before the assassination attempt. And as I told somebody the other day, there's no way I was going to announce a political campaign before Charlie Kirk was put and laid to rest. But I can tell you, as we know in Texas, we've got a couple of sayings, right? One riot, one ranger. Well, I'm the ranger. And we know where the riot is. And just like when Charlie Kirk was taken with that shirt on that said freedom, you know, we've said for a long time, freedom isn't free. And now we know that freedom has to be fought for. And I heard somebody say the other day, the evil took out a soldier, but they didn't realize there was an army behind that soldier. You see, ladies and gentlemen, you're that army. And as we move forward in this race to be your next representative for the United States Congress for Congressional District 21, we know that D.C. is Sodom and Gomorrah. You see, we know because we've been fighting, not wanting to go there for years. I still don't want to go to D.C. There are a lot of people in this race, they want to go to D.C. God bless them, they should go be a lobbyist. But I don't want to go to D.C., but I do want to go to Congress to represent you, to fight for what we need to fight for. When we look at what's happening in D.C., we look at what the Democrats are doing, we look at those people that just mean evil for our citizens, we look at what they're doing, and they want to put politics over the people. They want to act like it is, they forget it's the people's government, not the government's people. But I can tell you here today, with you guys coming out in the middle of a Cowboys game, in the middle of, you know, for y'all that aren't in Texas, it's still a little warm in October. But when we look at what's happening, you know, we know that we have political problems in the United States of America. But I can tell you, as a person that knows what it is to fight for our faith, our family, and our freedom, the political problems that we have, there's a biblical solution for it. And that's exactly what each and every one of you represent here today. And again, when Charlie died with that shirt on that said freedom, it's never been more pointed in our nation's history that here we are at the 250th year of our country. And as I was talking to my friend Rick Green last year about the fact that here we are at 250 years, going where no country has ever gone before. We now have an opportunity to write the history books. We have an opportunity to make sure that they know that there's not 15 genders, that they know that there is a U.S. Constitution, that they know that it was founded on those Judeo-principal values that our founding fathers brought over to this country and planted the flag in the sand. You see, these two flags that stand behind me, they mean for a lot more than just what history says. You see, the last chapter in our book is not written. But you, each and every one of you have an opportunity to help raise those flags high for all those men and women that have fought and died We have one of the biggest VAs here in San Antonio, Texas. Folks, we got problems at the VA. I was there just the other day helping a veteran, and it took us hours to even get to the right person. We've got infrastructure problems. You know, we've got all kinds of things that have happened related to the flooding with Kerrville. With my infrastructure and utility background, I know how to get those people back in their homes. I know how to fight for them at the local level, at the county level, at the federal level. Because there are so many people that want to tell you, oh, your property taxes, they're not high enough. But they are, they're too high. You know, the only person that has to tighten up their belts is us. Government never has to tighten up their belts. But I can tell you, if we don't fix our elections, none of that matters. How many of y'all think that the election was stolen in 2020? Right? Guess what? You're right. And the left wants you to think that you're wrong. But what has President Trump taught us? Fight, fight, fight. So I want to just say thank you guys for being here. You can go to westonfortexas.com for more information. We're going to stay here, answer questions with everybody that's here, talk about some of the things that are going on. I can tell you that what's happening in our country, we have never been at a more pivotal time, but we have the ability to win. We have the ability to write the history books, and our country is one that our grandchildren will be able to grow up in and live a life of freedom that we know we have to fight for. So God bless you. I'm Weston Martinez, and I approve this message.